Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports. We're back with your Indian Cowboy and Craig 6 picks. We're going to do this twice a week, so you get a new edition. It's a Tuesday edition, Tuesday the 15th of April. Yeah, where has the month gone? Already halfway through April in the second quarter of the year. I mean, what is going on? But we've got 3 MLB picks for you today. Of course, big day. Major League Baseball didn't everybody play yesterday, so now we got everybody back on board today. And we, of course, got the NBA, the play-in tournament starting back up for Tuesday tonight. So interesting games, but I got some premium picks. I know you do too. So you can get those, docsports.com/360. Get a $60 account if you're a new customer. Of course, if you're an existing customer, just go to the grid. I got a 6-unit play in Major League Baseball, 6-unit play in the NBA, so you can get those. I usually only have one top play a day, so it's rare. But coming off a nice top play winner yesterday with the Detroit Tigers winning 9-1, so let's keep it going. I see. What do you have for tomorrow?
Well, I might have a 7-unit hockey selection. We are on a 9-1 run in hockey. That's pretty good. A 21-5 run in hockey, plus 5,500 or so. NBA playoffs is fun. I've won 12 of 14 years, so the regular season's up and down, but the playoffs, I show up. Yeah. Sort of like an NBA player. I'm rooting for my Hawks in general. I try to root for all the Alabama and Atlanta teams. And, yeah, man, baseball's going fine. I think we're 11-6 on the year. It's about plus 2,000 or so. So baseball, NBA, hockey, all good. And, and obviously people are excited about it, the YouTube premium thing that you and I are doing. So you want to? I'll let you tee it up.
Hey bettors, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified when we post a new video.
Well, if you haven't done so, like we said, the docsports.com/360, that gets you a chance to go over to the website. Those are the top plays, 5, 6, 7, 8-unit plays. We have some other plays as well. It could be small unit plays. But if you want to get in on like a sample here at YouTube, we have the premium and the premium plus. IC's been doing the premium for 4 years now? I think 4, maybe just a tad longer than 4 years. Got a lot of people have been in since the beginning. It's $19.99. You'll get, tell them what they get for the level 1 with you.
Well, you get my lovely face and you get an extra video every single day. On average, it's somewhere between, like 5 games now. So you're getting about 150 games, all for just $20 a month. And usually it's on my total of the day. And for those of those who love totals and whatnot, but you get to hang out with me, and it's just like an IC overtime. It's an extra video every single day. So in that way, you're fully covered between, the free plays, the premium plays at Doc Sports, the free plays, and then you have the YouTube premium. Your whole day is sort of covered. And Doc's Premium Plus is an unbelievable value. It's just one play at Doc's is $30. You're getting 3 premium selections, which is a $90 value, all in one day, which is just insane.
Yeah, so it's $49.99. You'll get the premium plus and the premium. So you get both of them, and the link is in the description. Make sure you click the link, because if you're on your phone and you purchase through it and it's through the app stores, the app stores charge YouTube. So YouTube passes that charge on you. We don't get any extra, so they just charge you more. If you go with the link in the description, go to the desktop, that'll actually be $49.99, and it renews automatically, so you don't ever get that extra.
Yay,
charge.
Desktop laptops.
Yeah, I know people don't use it, but it's like, it saves you, I think it's like $65. So the $49.99 turns into like $65 or something like that. So, an extra $15, that's basically every 3 months you're getting a free month. So make sure you take advantage of that. And the Premium Plus plays come out. I post the video between 12 and 12:30 every day. I was a little late today, but we went on a nice little run. We went 3-0 on Saturday, 2-1 on Sunday. We're 1-1 on Monday. We got 1 play left, so hopefully we hit that and have 3 straight winning days. But make sure you click that link to get in. But let's do what you came here for, and that's some MLB free picks from us too. And let's start it off. I think a good, really nice game for today, and it's Astros and the Cardinals. This is a Cardinals team that kind of started a little slow to the season, and what always fits their bill is when they return home. Always a good home team. There are an underdog here tonight, though. Houston minus 130, total of 7.5. Hunter Brown's on the mound. He's had a great year. 2.0 ERA against Feed. That's Feedy or whatever that is for St. Louis. 4.2 ERA. 2 right-handers facing off. Who you like here as a free play to kick us off?
Well, Houston lost 3-8 in their last game, and they are 3-9. And it's been a while since they've lost back-to-back games. You have to go back to early April, so it's almost been 2 weeks. And they have St. Louis here, who's 8-8, coming off back-to-back wins. And St. Louis, they started the year winning 3 in a row, but they haven't won 3 in a row since then. They've also, scored 15 runs in their last 2 games. So yeah, then you have Brown and Feedy here. Brown had for a guy that went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs to kick things off against the Mets. And then he went 6-5-2 against Minnesota. And then recently against Seattle, he balled out. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, and no runs. He didn't give up any walks either, but he didn't pick up a win. So given the fact that he pitched great in his last game, but he comes sort of off of a loss, St. Louis coming off big back-to-back wins. What I don't like is the fact that Feedy went 6 innings, no hits, and no runs in his last game. He was phenomenal. And then he also picked up a loss too. But he hasn't put together back-to-back quality starts. I kind of lean on Houston here a little bit. I like the fact that because you got both pitchers sort of pitching phenomenal. Both pitchers didn't give up a run in their last start. But they both sort of come off losses. The total sits at 7.5. I'm not messing with that. I'll take Houston here. Houston's off of a loss. Houston's going to be motivated. Brown is on a bounce back. Hunter Brown, long-term wise, Hunter Brown has a 3.49 ERA last year. He's been consistent a little bit better. Yeah, give me Houston.
Yeah, I think Houston should win the game. I think the safer play, I like a little player prop in this one. I like Feedy to go under his strikeout total of 3.5. He's had 2 1-1 this year. He's just not a guy that strikes a ton out. And Houston, I think will be a little better on offense today. He's not going to go a lot of innings either. He's a guy that's going to probably give us 4 or 5 innings. And to me, I just think you take the under strikeout total. You get it at minus 105. The juice is on the other side. That tells you, I think that you should be on this one. So let's a little player prop. If you had to keep me down the side, I definitely probably would take Houston in this one. All right, second game, Mets and the Twins. And this is a Twins team that I knew wasn't going to be great this year, but I thought they would be better than what they've been. It's Mets are favored here, minus 120 total of 8. I mean, the Mets won in the opener yesterday, 5-1. I don't know. This Minnesota team has won 1 game in the last 5 and 2 in the last 9 games. Any chance they pull an upset here, I see?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to find out. I might mess with the total here because you really you're right, because you can't take the Twins. The Mets are just phenomenal right now. The Mets are 11-5. They have not lost back-to-back games all year. And they had a win streak in this early season. They've already had a 6-game winning streak, and they've been really good. And I think they're a team on a mission. And Minnesota continues to struggle. Then you have McGill and Ober here. McGill, has a 0.63 ERA, and he comes off a loss. So he went 4 innings, 6 hits, and no runs. But that 4 innings, 6 hits, no runs, don't hold it. Even though he gave up no runs, he's still going to be pissed because he gave up 6 hits in those 4 innings, and that's going to upset him. And he gave up 3 walks too, which is really 9 base runners in 4 innings. So that's not good. So he's going to be motivated. So you got a 0.63 ERA guy motivated coming off of technically a loss. And then you have Ober here who rolls in. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, and 1 run last game. He's actually had 2 of 3 quality starts. He's actually pitched really well. Because of that one bad start against the Cards where he pitched less than 3 innings, 8 hits, and 8 runs. Since then he's gone back-to-back and given up 1 run. I think what kind of makes sense here is sort of a player prop here on McGill. Maybe the over in the strikeouts. But again, I think I just don't. I'm stunned that this line is only minus 120 for the Mets a little bit. It's a game that I'm not overly thrilled with, but I do think that McGill, I do like the under a little bit here. I'm a little surprised the total sits at 8, but I think it's only because Ober's ERA sits at over 7, but that's not a fair testament to him, what he's done the last 2 games. So I'm going to take a small lean on the under.
Yeah, I liked under a lot in this one. I almost made it a stronger play today. I was gonna when we do these videos, I try to hold back some games for you guys. I mean, it's I like to give out winners. So this was going to be a 3 or 4 unit play. I was going to put it up for all my guys that are in my baseball passes, but I was like, hey, I will save it for you guys. I like the under here, and the reason why both these teams have been great under teams. 8 of the last 10 games for both of them have gone under. The Twins have just done very little on offense to excite you. I think both these starters will have good games. Now, I don't think they're going to be long for this game. I think these are 4 to 5 inning starters, so which is pretty much the norm nowadays, to be very honest. Guys just don't pitch past 70 to 80 pitches anymore. But I think the bullpens aren't like they didn't get used up a ton yesterday. Let's take the under here, under 8. I would jump on this because I doubt this might go to 7.5. It potentially could go to 7.5. I still would take it because obviously we got to have 7 if we're going to hit the under either way. But at least at 8, you get a push. So that's why, if you ever say, oh, it's no different. It is different because like a push is not a loss. Remember that for your bankroll management. All right, last game here. Before I get to it, though, don't forget, reminder, get the Premium and Premium Plus. You get level 1 is Indian Cowboy. Level 2 is the Premium Plus. It's 3 experts every day. I do the video, but it's not always my plays. I just pick out 10 different guys. Sometimes Indian Cowboy actually might be one of the plays, and it's 2, 3, and 4 unit plays. We don't ever release the 5, 6, 7, 8 unit plays. You got to buy those at DocSports.com. They go $30.
Craig, don't forget to tell me we're sponsored by Lindor chocolate.
Yeah, I wish. Like Lindor chocolate. Write the check. Just send it to IC.
Lindor, holler, Lindor. I've eaten 4 on this show itself. This is my 4th one.
If we win, some other people might be willing to write a check and send you some Lindor chocolate so we can get more winners. So before we get back to that, don't forget, get in on that. The link is in the description to get that Premium Plus. Also, that link is in the description if you want to get on that docsports.com/free60 if you're a new user. You can either type it in or just click the link in the description. Okay, last game, Guardians and Orioles. This is an earlier game. This is an interesting game. The Guardians, just 8-7 on the year. Orioles, very disappointing start, 6-9 on the year. Morton versus Allen, Morton's got a 9 ERA, yet the Orioles are favored, -140, total 8.5. It just tells you early in the year, you got to be careful. Stats can be not only the records for teams, but the stats for pitchers, because one bad start for a reliever or a starter, and all of a sudden, like the ERAs are just, like after 10 starts, then you can start to, like really see where these guys are at. You almost got to look back to last year if you're looking ERA, if you're an ERA or whip guy. But what do you like here in this matchup? Orioles, they got to put some things together. And this is a very tough division. They cannot get behind the 8 ball here.
Yeah, you have Allen here, who's pitched for the Guardians now 3 years. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, and no runs in his last game and beat the White Sox. But in his first start against the Padres, he went 5 innings, 7 hits, and 4 runs. But don't hold that against him because the Padres are awesome. So that itself is impressive. And you have Morton here, fascinating career he's had. You have the Orioles who are coming off a loss 6-7. You have the Cleveland's coming off a loss 2-4. So both these teams are going to be motivated. And then good old Charlie Morton here, who's been around since the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Since 2008. Jesus Christ, man. He was with my Bravos for quite a while with a 4.19 ERA. But, it's sort of like that country song, I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good once as I ever was. And, Toby Keith, shout out.
Yeah.
5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, but he had 5 walks in his last game. He's given up 8 walks in his last 3 starts. He's really struggled. So I think he understands that if he doesn't come through here today, this is going to be a problem for him. And I think he knows that. He's a veteran. He knows with an 8.78 ERA, there's a lot of young studs that are right behind him too. I like the fact that Allen comes off of a win in his last start because he actually gave up 6 base runners in 4 innings, and I think at some point he's going to have a letdown too. And Allen had a 5.73 ERA last year, so it's not like his 3.6 ERAs I think is a little inflated. Give me the old-timer here. I like Baltimore off of a loss. I like Morton on a bounce back. I like Morton to pitch for his livelihood basically today. And I'll go with the Orioles.
I like the over in this matchup. I think the Orioles, are setting on a big game. Both these teams were off yesterday. And it's starting to at least warm up in Ohio here. I don't know about down south where you are. You're probably used to it. It's always warm down there. But it's starting to warm up, which I think is going to help. You're going to see the offense start to, the offense has not been great in baseball the first week it was really good. Everybody's talking about the torpedo bats and all that. And then it got this cold streak. And then of course, the ball doesn't travel. And then, the numbers just, you bat to the back of your baseball cards. You're not hitting 15 home runs like the Yankees were in 3 games. So things have come down. I think the Orioles are setting on a big game here. And Allen is one of those guys that, like you said, last year, not so good. I don't think he's near that 3.6 ERA, I think is what it is he's got so far this year. I think this one, he's given up 3 or 4 runs in the first 3 or 4 innings. I like the Orioles, but I think the better play is you take the over in this matchup. I think there's a bunch of runs. If you had to maybe even, like if you had to say, oh, which team scores? Orioles team total over is probably like 4.5 to 5. I think that's also a safe bet. But we'll call it for the show, Orioles and the over for the entire game, over in the Orioles and the Guardians. So there you have it. There's your 6 free plays for Tuesday. We'll be back on Wednesday night to do it for Thursday, or Thursday night to do it for Friday. All right, IC, we got some big plays for tomorrow on Tuesday. And don't forget, it's NBA playoff time. It's just playing games today. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe? Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
And that's the thing, man. Some of our selections here could end up being bigger plays. And that's
potentially. I try to stay off. I try to stay off like the ones that if we both know. Like that's why we didn't do an NBA today. Like because we know.
But if they turn out to be big plays, good for people for watching our video. Yeah. They deserve it.
Yeah. Well, we don't give unit plays, obviously, and then but if you buy us $30 per day per sport. So if you go over to docsports.com, use that the grid, get in on the Major League Baseball, NBA. I don't think I'm going to have an NHL rest of the year because this NHL has been. It's kind of like the NBA at the end of the season. It's very tough, very, very tough because guys aren't playing as much. Like one team needs to win, the other one doesn't. It's like it's all over the place. I'd just rather save our money for the NBA and NHL playoffs, which are, I believe, a week. It's on Monday, I believe. Monday of next week, I believe.
Hey, someone mentioned to call us salt and pepper. What did you think about
that? Salt and pepper. I like it. I don't care.
There was also ebony and ivory.
Yeah, someone said it was double something, double trouble. Something I don't know. So keep putting in the comments. We'll pick one of these. Maybe we'll pick out 2 or 3 next week or in the next show, and we'll be like, put them on, and then you guys can like just post on those and see which ones you like, and then we'll choose one of those. So, but thanks again. I see we got a great.
Someone said mixed signals.
Oh, there you have it. So what? Hey, you never know what you're going to get. That's why we love this. Make sure if you have a comment, leave it in the comment section. And you never know. We might even reply to them with just who knows. We got a bunch of people to reply to them. So, all right, guys. Thanks, IC again. Hope all your bets are winning ones. We'll see you again later in the week. It'll either be Thursday or Friday. We'll have 6 more free plays for you. Good luck.